Alright, let me share my thoughts on this. This is a sensitive subject, so it's about people in our land who got affected by the Kutikaran's plant, and yet they again worked for and voted for Veena George. By virtue of your right as a citizen, you are free to vote for anybody. But then it's a matter of principle. Let's imagine you don't have any candidate that's worth your vote. If I were in your shoe, you know what I would do? I would go to take the ballot paper and scratch out a face and write something nasty on that, even if it means to invalidate my ballot. That's what I would. I will not cast. My vote should not go to her. It's a protest vote. So at least do that much. Even if you did not give it to an opposite guy, none of them are useless. Congress is useless. That Biju fellow is useless. That Biju fellow, the BJP guy is useless. You might say. If so, don't give it to her, because she didn't stand with you at the right time. Because she agreed. She relegated on her word. She told you that she will stand with you, but then she sold you out for some cheap money. Okay, she went where the money is. So there you go. No, the very least, she at least tried, or she should have told you honestly that I cannot do things. Not simply say, go find another lawyer. Nobody needs that kind of advice. It's not a matter of whether she's related. Even if she's my sister and she failed to do what, I will not cast my vote for her. Simply because she failed to protect and stand with the people. That's her primary job. You can't simply say that everybody is going to be the same. If then you have total loss of democracy, don't vote at all. That's the way you should do. Don't vote at all. And again, I tell you, this is what I would have done. It's my opinion. I'm just sharing it with you. You're free to do whatever you want. You're free to think in whatever way you want. So you have to believe that this present status quo can be changed. Status quo has not helped you. It's not going to go. You need to doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is insanity. Or in other words, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and again and expecting different results. Not going to happen. So you have to have radical thinking. Now is the time to stop thinking like before. If somebody don't help you, an MLA, member of the legislature, she is supposed to represent you, and all she had to do can she read? Also, can she read information that is presented to her? Can she read statistics? Can she read things that happen to places when this kind of plant happens? Is it worth cashing in Kutikaran's money versus your conscience? That's a question. Well, if she's not going to do based on what she can read and understand, or if she thought that some cheap money is worth more money, is a lot more worth the trouble as opposed to voicing for people. She might say, the party line is like this, the government's line is like that. Doesn't matter. Did she try? She did not try. She took the easy route. She cashed in and threw everybody under the bus. In a few years' time, if anybody down there, hopefully don't get cancer, suppose they get cancer, and then by people who stay there on a regular basis, then what would you explain? And assuming that person is a non-smoker, did nothing else wrong, and the incidence becomes higher, is she going to accept blame for it? Just think about it. No answers required. Just think about it. She's a health minister now. Okay? She's going to say that it is not a concern. Yes, I know what she will do. She will plead ignorance like everybody else. How do I know? The Pollution Control Board said there's no problem. That will be the excuse. Oh, she can talk. I can talk. The only thing I cannot talk very well in Malayalam. But I can if I was in that place. This is, and like I said, education is not about knowing everything. It's about finding, reading, understanding things, putting them together. That's education. So is she educated? Claims she doesn't have the time. That's why she has a lot of assistants. Fake salesmen can talk. Con men can talk. That's not a measure of your genuine behavior or your attitude. And politicians must be stopped to be elected. Independent people who work with the community organizers, and that kind of people should be people who work in the social region, which means NGOs. That kind of people should probably be getting elected. And they might do a better job. Generally പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞതിന്റെ essence മനസ്സിലായോ ഇല്ലയോ എന്ന് എനിക്കറിയത്തില്ല. But I mean well. I have a very clean message. The kind of people who sold out to you, who promised you that she will do whatever it takes to prevent such a plan, but she sold out. So if she sold out, that is a sign that she is not worthwhile a person to give your vote another time, a second time. Why would you trust somebody who has failed you terribly at the most critical time? So my point, and what I ask is, if she stands in Aramura the next round, make sure she loses. It doesn't matter whether it's a cow or a dog or a crap shit of a person that person should get your vote. It doesn't matter who wins. It's a matter of who you stand with. Okay, if you don't lose, if you have lost trust in the system, don't vote at all. If then, the correct answer is a revolution.